Egg recall of 2010. My name is Amy Johnson. My group members are Alex Arias and Julie Johnson. The food recall I am focusing on is one of the largest recalls of 2010. It is an egg recall from White County Eggs and Hillendale Farms in Iowa. It resulted in a nationwide voluntary recall due to an eggshell contamination of salmonella. In 2010, on August 13th, Wright County Eggs had a recall on their shell eggs. Then again, they expanded their recall on the 18th of August. On the 10th of August, Hillendale's Farm had a nationwide voluntary recall of their shell eggs as well. Both of these farms are owned by DeCoster Eggs Farm. This is the third largest egg producer in the U.S. After testing of these farms, the FDA found salmonella present on the walkways, equipment, in the manure, in the hay feed, and in the egg washing stations. The recall took place in grocery stores and service companies in 14 states, including Arkansas, California, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, Texas, and Wisconsin. 152 million eggs were recalled. This resulted in significant loss of income for DeCoster Egg Farms. When the FDA tested these farms, they tested positive for salmonella. Salmonella is a bacteria that lives in the intestines of animals and humans. It is spread through feces. It can contaminate water and food sources. During this time, it's believed that the salmonella was transferred to the eggs from infected hens. The symptoms of salmonellosis are fever, abdominal cramps, and diarrhea. These symptoms start appearing 12 to 72 hours after consumption of contaminated food. The illness lasts 4 to 7 days. The dangerous part of this illness is diarrhea, as it may lead to severe dehydration and hospitalization. For at-risk people, including the young, old, pregnant, or immunocompromised, the infection can spread into the bloodstream or other organs from the intestines. If it is not treated with antibiotics, this can cause death. To minimize the risks concerning eggs, producers should have routine microbial testing of their eggs. At home, we should keep our eggs refrigerated at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. We shouldn't use cracked or dirty eggs, as salmonella may be present on the surface of the eggshells. We should always wash our hands and our work surface before handling eggs and after handling eggs. We should cook our egg yolks and whites thoroughly. We should eat the eggs when they're hot and freshly cooked. We should not leave eggs out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Any food that is containing eggs that's left over from a meal should be refrigerated right away. Raw eggs should not be consumed, and our eggs should be pasteurized. Pasteurized eggs are eggs that have been gently heated to kill off bacteria, but not heated enough to cook the egg. Always cook your eggs. Salmonella bacteria can be destroyed by heat. Be safe. Cook those eggs.
Something new that I learned was that there is a huge egg recall in 2010. Also, that DeCoster is the third largest egg producer, and the recall affected 14 states. Something that changed on food safety is refrigerating eggs at all times. Something helpful for general consumers is to properly cook eggs.
I vaguely remember the 2010 recall. I realize how dangerous salmonella really can be because I remember people had died from salmonella, especially in the when spinach had salmonella in it. And I used to work with eggs in the grocery store, and we would set them on the floor in stacks because of the holidays. And I never really realized how dangerous salmonella really can be. So that was not very wise. But what I do realize now is you really need to be careful how you handle eggs, and that's very important.